What's the most justified complaint you filed that went absolutely nowhere? Our barracks had black mold. Not a little bit. I'm talking entire walls covered in dark spots that smelled like death and wet socks combined. Private First Class Vincent Archer was the first to notice. Came back from leave, opened his wall locker, and found his uniforms covered in fuzzy black growth. The smell hit him like a punch to the face. Guys, something's seriously wrong in here, he said, holding up a ruined dress uniform. We all checked our lockers. Same story. Mold everywhere. On clothes, boots, even on the ceiling tiles above our bunks. Sergeant Nolan Reed was our barracks NCO. Good guy, genuinely cared about his soldiers. Vincent showed him the problem. Reed's face went pale. This is way worse than I thought. I'm filing an emergency work order. The work order went to facility maintenance. They sent someone out 3 days later. Contractor named Preston something. Walked through the barracks for 5 minutes, took 0 pictures, wrote nothing down. Looks like normal humidity issues, he said. Open your windows more often. It was January, in Alaska. Opening windows would freeze us to death. Vincent wasn't having it. Sir, this is clearly black mold. It's a health hazard. Preston shrugged. I don't see any mold. Just moisture stains. Work order closed. Reed escalated to the company commander. Captain Wyatt Sterling reviewed the issue, came to inspect personally, saw the mold, smelled the barracks, looked genuinely concerned. This is unacceptable. I'm putting in a priority maintenance request. Another contractor came out. Same story. Moisture issues, not mold. Recommendation is better ventilation. Meanwhile, guys were getting sick. Vincent developed a persistent cough that wouldn't go away. 3 other soldiers in our platoon had respiratory problems. The medic kept giving us cough syrup and sending us back to the moldy barracks. Reed filed a formal safety complaint through the installation safety office. Required a proper inspection by certified personnel. That's when things got interesting. Safety inspector showed up with actual testing equipment, took samples, ran tests, wrote a detailed report. Results came back 2 weeks later. Toxic black mold, Stachybotrys tartarum. The report recommended immediate evacuation and professional remediation. We thought we finally won. Thought we'd get moved to safe housing while they fixed the problem. Instead, command held a meeting. Facilities management, housing office, safety, medical, all the major players. They reviewed the inspector's report behind closed doors. Their decision? The mold levels were elevated, but not technically above the threshold requiring mandatory evacuation. The barracks were deemed habitable with enhanced monitoring. Enhanced monitoring meant they put a humidity sensor in the hallway and told us to keep wiping down the walls with bleach. Vincent went nuclear, filed an inspector general complaint, detailed everything. The mold, the sick soldiers, the runaround from maintenance, the whole story. IG investigated for 3 months, interviewed everyone, reviewed all the documentation. Their final report validated every single thing Vincent claimed, but their recommendation? Facility management should prioritize remediation when budget allows. In the interim, continue current mitigation measures. Translation, nothing's going to change. 6 months later, Vincent's cough got so bad he couldn't pass his PT test. Medical finally took it seriously, sent him for x-rays. Scarring on his lungs, permanent damage from prolonged mold exposure. He got medically discharged with disability benefits, but his army career was over at 22 years old. The rest of us lived in those barracks for another year. Command finally approved remediation after a surprise visit from a congressman whose nephew was stationed there. They gutted the entire building, ripped out walls, replaced insulation, installed new ventilation systems, cost over $2 million. Could have been fixed for $20,000 if they'd acted when Vincent first reported it. Reed felt terrible about the whole thing. I did everything by the book, he told me. Filed every form, followed every procedure. System failed you guys. He was right. The system protected itself, not us. Vincent's medical records showed the exact timeline. Mold exposure started in January. First complaint filed in February. Nothing done until the following December. 11 months of breathing toxic spores. The worst part? Nobody got in trouble. Not the contractors who lied. Not the commanders who ignored the safety report. Not facilities management who delayed everything. Everyone just blamed the process. Budget constraints, competing priorities, bureaucratic delays. Vincent's lungs don't care about bureaucracy. He's 28 now, can't run a mile without wheezing, takes medication daily just to breathe normally. Last I heard, he's working as a Veterans Affairs benefits counselor, helps other soldiers navigate the system that failed him. Says he wants to make sure others actually get help instead of empty promises and closed work orders. The barracks where we lived, still standing. New soldiers living there now. Climate control working great after the $2 million renovation. All it took was one ruined career and a politician's phone call to finally fix what a PFC spotted on day 1.